hear me? I feel like I can't even hear myself. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Killjoy YouTube channel. I'm really quiet for some reason myself. There we go. Okay. There we go. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think I hit my thing earlier. I got all excited. There we go. All right, I can hear myself talk now. Oh, it's fight. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, having a little bit of a technical issues here. I know what's going on. There we go. All right, shouldn't bug us anymore. Bruh, what the fuck is going on here? Oh man, welcome in everybody. Welcome in, and you can hear me. I can't even hear myself. I don't know what's going on. Hang on, everybody. Turn the music down first of all. There we go. My mic just keeps fighting me. I keep turning it up, and it's like, no, we're going back down. We're going back down to 0. What? What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it, you little goofball. Oh, man. Uh-oh. All right. Well, if it fights, okay. Okay, well, wants me to stay quiet. How do I sound, everybody? Sorry, Jeez, having all these technical problems. Do I sound okay? Can you guys hear me? I hope so, because I feel like some crazy shit's going on here. Yay, nay. Good on that. I'm going to play myself back because I don't know what's going on. Welcome in, everybody, though. We're going to talk some Scream in a second. Sound good now? The audio? So that's not good, huh? I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Shit's fighting me for some reason. Thanks for joining in, everybody, though. We're going to talk some Scream in a second here. As soon as I get all this figured out. I'm going to play my own stream back. What the what are you doing? What are you doing? What you doing, dog? Jake, you sound hella far away, but it comes in and out. Okay. I don't know. All right, give me 2 seconds, everybody. We're going to play the intro again, and then I will be right back in. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Yo. Checkity check. Can you play my stream on here? Can you Do I sound good? Yeah. Tell me if I sound good. Sorry everybody. What's up? How's it going, everyone? Having some weird technical difficulties right now. See, now it's doing the thing where my audio goes down again. I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the heck's going on. How do I sound? I sound good? Yes. Okay. I'm very thankful I have my technical support over there. It just keeps, this keeps happening now. Like, my audio just keeps going down for some reason. Here, you mind keep watching the stream there? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me 1 second. We'll get this we'll get this going in a second. Do I sound good? Seems good, yeah. Okay, all right. For whatever reason, this thing just keeps fighting me. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, okay. All right, well, I think everything's good. I think everything's good. I don't know. Welcome one and all to the stream. Thanks for being here. Sorry I'm 17 minutes late. I'm just gonna keep that to my side. And if shit goes weird again, well, guess we're just gonna have to do the stream another night. I don't know what's going on. StreamYard is fighting me. You know, I pay $240 for this a year, and they're like, nah, Jake, screw you. I guess I don't know what's going on. But anyways, what's up? Let's get this bad boy started. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for my brother over here. There you go. This is the person. Hello. I don't know what I would do without this. I appreciate you. Thank you, Pom Pom Squad. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, keeping the stream alive. There we go. Thank you so much. I may call you back in here, depending on what happens. But let's get into this. Let's talk a little Scream. Sorry, we're 18 minutes late, but hey, you know, shit happens, man. That's what they said in Forrest Gump, and I live by that. Anyways, Chip is saying Domino's Pizza or Taco Bell. Man. That's a tough one. I got to go with Taco Bell personally. I'm not crazy about Domino's. I got to say that. Not sponsored, but Taco Bell, I mean, it's the place to go late at night when you are just absolutely in need of something for whatever reason that may be. I won't say why, but anyways, Jerry is saying hype. Thanks for being here, Jerry. I don't know how much hype we really built, but but I appreciate you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Scott Walker is saying Beyond the Mask said that Matthew Lillard has been in talks for being involved with Scream 7. Well, Beyond the Mask said that Matthew Lillard has been saying that he may or may not be in the next one. He's been joking about it a little bit, as he always does. So, no. so no, he's not. He is not. That's not what Beyond the Mask said. He actually said that's probably not the case. Koopty Oof is with us tonight, saying, I know this isn't Scream related, but I need to see Stream. It looks so fun and silly. Yes! Oh, Stream looks so good. I am hyped for it big time. If you guys have not seen my video that I just put out today, go check it out. It is it's a banging new movie that I'm so excited for, coming from the Terrifier team, so it's gonna be fun. RJ Skarenki is with us tonight. What's up? Always happy to talk some Scream. Hell yeah, man. I'm happy to scream and talk with you. It's going to be fun. We're going to get into it here finally in a second here. Bill Cartwright saying, hey, Jakey Poo, what's up, dog? How's it going? Don't be kissing no poop, though. You'll probably get an infection, Bill. Thanks for being here, though, man. Tom is with us saying, happy to catch a live stream. Haven't been here in a little bit. Sorry that the one you caught was this one, Tom, but it's all right. We're going to make it fun. We're going to make it a good time. So no more technical difficulties. Fingers crossed. Knocking on some wood. Thanks for hanging out with us, Tom. Appreciate you, man. Lollipop Sanchez is saying, is it true that Scream 7 would be the last one? I hope not. Well, you know, I will say they'll probably market it as like the final film in the franchise, something like that. Whatever weird thing they want to do to get butts in seats, because that's what they always got to do. Put butts in seats. That's how they make more of these bad boys. Just make more money, and there you go. Scream 8 will probably happen if this one does well, so we'll just have to see. I don't think it'll actually be the last one, but if they market it that way, that's my guess. I'm going to skip over all the comments of people being like, what the fuck is going on? Once again, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you guys. Dullard Wolf 1337 is saying, what's better, Piranha 3D or Piranha 3 Double D? I really like Piranha 3D. I feel like that one's a lot of fun. I enjoy that one. It's ridiculous. It's bloody. It's gory. It's dumb. But I'm a fan of it. It's a good one. The sequel is just it's even more nonsensical, but I like the first remake or whatever is fun. Edge is saying, who cares about Stu? Bring back my girl Jill. You know, I love Jill. Tell you what, I wish she lived. I wish they would have gone with the original plan with her, where she was going to carry over to the 5th film, where another Ghostface pops up and it's like, ooh, I know your dirty little secret. I'm going to get you, Jill. That would be cool. I'm not going to go on the rant. I go on the Stu Jill rant all the time, but I just want new characters. I want new killers. I want to see new killers in this universe pop in and have a whole new reason to be there. Like, I'm Jeff and I kill people because I don't like blue shirts. I'm Jeff, the blue shirt killer, coming to get you. Like, that's better than, you know, a parent. I'll take I kill people because they have blue shirts on versus I'm somebody's parent from the past. I'll genuinely, I'm just anything, man. Give just any other motive. Give me something else, please. Gunner is saying, am I the only one who thinks Screams 4, 5, and 6 are its own trilogy? I mean, kind of. You know, definitely kind of. You have Kirby kind of being the common denominator there through 4, 5, and 6. So if you look at her as the main character, I mean, that's kind of a weird little trilogy, sure. I think tonally, all these movies are kind of similar as well. Like 4, 5, and 6 definitely try to up the horror a little more than the previous 3. And they're a little gorier. I would say all 5 of the, or 3 of those. I can't count. Gunner, I'm not very good at counting, but I do like movies, so I'll give you that. What else do we got going on? I want 2 women ghost faces, like Quinn and Annika would have been lit. I once again, it all comes down to what's the motive? Why are they doing this? And how can we give a relationship to 2 characters that end up becoming killers? How can we make that interesting? If that is between, you know, 2 women, hell yes, I'm all about it. I just want to see something that feels motivated, that feels like this is something we haven't seen before with good reason. Like, there's some things we've never seen before in the Scream franchise because it would suck, you know, but I think there's also things where there are things we haven't seen yet that could be really good, but we'll just have to see. I'm excited for it, though. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I will say we don't have a whole lot of news regarding Scream 7, which is stinky, but soon. As soon as we get that, like cast update or the SAG strike is over, we will truly we'll really get some kind of big update soon. I'm just excited for it. I can't wait. Sarah Campbell is saying, who are you excited to see at Scarefest? That's this week, right? Yes, I will be at Scarefest this upcoming weekend in, I believe, Lexington, Kentucky? Is it Lexington? There's a lot of L-named cities in Kentucky. I just want to make sure. I believe it is Lexington. Yes. Yeah, it's Lexington. Okay. I'm very hyped. If you guys are going this weekend, come say hi. I don't bite, not all the time. So come say hello. I'll be walking around, going up to people, being like, what the fuck? What's up? How's it going? Who am I the most excited to see, though? I'm really hyped. So, like, I've met all the Scream people, so of course, you know, I'm excited to see all of them again. A lot of them are going to be there. David Arquette is going to be there, and I've never met him before, so I'm actually very hyped for that. He's up there. I love me some Dewey. You know, I'm very excited to meet him. Tom Savini is going to be there, though. I'm so excited. I just think he's a master of his craft. I can't wait to just talk to him and be like, dude, thank you for everything you did. Holy shit. Fucking love all your effects. They're all so gross. Tom Savini, I'm very excited to meet. Doug Bradley's going to be there, and I'm going to oddly walk up to him and be like, hey, thanks for being on the YouTube channel last week. And he's going to be like, what? Who are you? Who are you, you dorky looking kid? I don't even know you. And I'm going to be like, well, it is I. It is I, Jacothan. Denisha, thank you so much. Congratulations on 19K. I appreciate that, Denisha. Thank you. I'm only like 250 away from 20K, too. So, look at that. We're almost there. I'm excited. Very exciting stuff. Denisha, thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate you hopping in the streams. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Mike42 is saying, would love if Scream 7 is the end of the legacy characters, Gale and Sydney's final movie, and settle the Stu debate in 7. Show us that he actually died, but give us a Stu flashback scene, maybe. Okay, so I do really like the idea of the flashback. You know, I'm all about that. I think, you know, let's say there was a rumor that Stu was back. Like, listen, if you guys saw the Beyond the Mask video that he made recently, he's just kind of talking about like what Matthew Lillard usually goes on about like at cons. It's nothing bad. Like it's really funny stuff. Matthew will start talking about like, oh, you know, I'm alive. I'm coming back for the next one. And he might be involved with Scream 7 in terms of like a flashback. He was in Scream 5, you know? So I mean, he's in Scream 5. He came back as the ghost face with the metal ghost face with the flamethrower. Like that's awesome. That's sick. What would be the flashback scene, I guess is my question. I'm down for it. Like I'm very much so into it. But what does it entail? How does it affect the current state of Scream, the current mystery? I'm all about that though. I was even saying for 6, I'm like, let's get a flashback scene. Let's get an old videotape dusted off and some of the characters from the first movie are on it. You know, it's something we didn't know about from the first film coming back for a new sequel. That could be fun. I'm all about that. I think that would be a lot of fun, Mike. And of course it would put butts in seats. People are like, well, Stu's going to be in it in some capacity. How's that? Oh, I don't know. You'll have to find out. And then it ends up being that. It's nothing that, you know, completely destroys the canon of the last 7, or well, I guess will be 7 movies, which would be nice. You know, if Stu comes back, then you might as well just throw out all the other movies and the canon and all that crazy shit. Oh my God, Sarah Campbell, thank you so much for the $50. I really do appreciate you. Buy yourself something fun and smile at Dewey for me. I will, Sarah. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What crazy stream tonight, and you're just making it so much better, Sarah. So thank you so much. Thank you for the support. It means a lot. Sarah's the best, everybody. Go follow her on Instagram. I know she's like, I don't know. Every time I ask her if she wants to shout something out whenever we do a podcast or a live stream, she's like, follow me on Instagram, I guess. Follow Sarah on Instagram. There we go. Thank you for the $50, Sarah. I really appreciate you. You're the best. You make this channel what it is, and I'm very thankful for you. Thank you. Dulard. Can I call you Dulard? Dulard Wolf? I'll call you Wolf. What's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome. What's your favorite remake, Jake? This is your ranking. Okay, so top 5, Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. You know, underrated. Honestly, hot take. It's not great in my opinion, but it's not the worst Nightmare film. Piranha 3D 2010. Oh, solid choice. Carrie 2013. Ooh, interesting. Friday the 13th 2009. Banger. Texas Chainsaw 2003. Banger. Very nice. Oh, that top 2. Love them. I love that 2009 Friday movie so much. It's so good. It's so underrated. And learning about the sequel recently to it that like never got made, I'm so mad it didn't happen. Dulard. I did some shorts on it recently, so check those out if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Ty Lee just watched Paranormal Activity Next of Kin and Blood and Honey. Interesting double feature. Paranormal Activity, I give a solid B. I'm with you there. I give that one a B or like a 7, 8 out of 10. And Pooh was a C. Okay. I was really trying to justify giving it a C+. I just couldn't. It is a dumb, fun movie, in my opinion, mostly dumb. But it has its moments every now and then. I think there are a few kills in there that are actually pretty exceptional, but is it anything I would watch again? Probably not. I'll check out the sequel, but that's going to be about it for me. All right. Anyways, Perry Moberg is throwing $5 out there. Thank you, Perry. I appreciate your support, my friend. Saying, I'm not wanting Stu to come back, but it would be cool if he was the opening kill in Scream 7. He's revealed to be alive and immediately killed. You know, honestly, Perry, like, there's a part of me that, you know, I've talked about it so much that I'm almost just kind of sick of talking about it. Because I'm like, if it does happen, I would worry that they would like ruin the canon, or it would just like, you would look back at something from another film and you'd be like, well, this doesn't make sense now that Stu has been alive the whole time. That's what I'm worried about with that. But if they were to do something like this, it would almost just be kind of funny, because it's like all the people who were like, oh, I want Stu to come back so bad, and then it's like that to happen. Talk about subversion of expectations. You know what I mean? Like, oh, holy shit. Like, we brought him back, but we are gonna definitively kill him now. Like, there's no way around it. Like, guy gets his head cut off or something. Like, that would be kind of like, oh my God, like, it's just ridiculous. People who are just diehard Scream fans would be like maybe losing their minds, maybe like, I don't know how I feel about this. But that's fun. I mean, crazy to talk about though, regardless, Barry. Shit. I mean, that would be a shitstorm. Like, I could see hundreds of videos from all the YouTubers out there just being made about like that decision and how chaotic it would be. But I love chaos. I'm an agent of chaos, as I like to say. I find it fun. I don't know if I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it's insane, and I love insanity, Perry. Thank you for the $5, my friend, and thank you for being a Killjoy cult member. I appreciate you. Thank you. Infinite Sky is saying, I saw The Northman sober. I was in a movie theater. You know, it's crazy. I saw The Northman sober as well, but some movie theaters like Cinemark, for instance, will sell you like those slushies with the whiskey in them or whatever. Like, those are fucking nuts. If you're 21 plus, of course, no underage drinking. But whiskey, what is it? Whiskey fucking slushies or whatever. Those are kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff. We got Ashley joining us as well. Howdy hey. Welcome in, Ashley. I appreciate you. Thank you. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream, so because of that, Jake's gonna go a little longer than I usually do tonight. I feel like I robbed you guys of the first like real 30 minutes of the stream, so we're gonna go for like 3 hours. I'm not committing to that, but maybe. I'm gonna go for as long as I possibly can, just for you guys. Just another horror fan is saying Stuart's relative, I'm gonna call him Stuart for the rest of the night. Stuart Mocker's relative is a ghost face, and he/she explains how Stu survived but got shanked in prison. Insert flashback of said shanking. Yeah, once again, this goes back to the whole like, we just want him to survive the TV, but we're still okay with killing him. You know, it's like, what? I don't know. That's funny. I love it. Johnny Hideout UK is saying, hi, Jake. It's always nice to see you. It's always nice to see you, Johnny. You're always so cool. Are you going to vlog from Scarefest? I think so. I was thinking about doing a live stream. Like, I was thinking about doing a live stream where I just kind of walk around, but I've seen people do that before though, and it's like really chaotic. So I think I might just do some shorts or something. Just walk around and be like, look at this. Look at this cool thing at Scarefest. Whoa, look at these cool cosplayers. You know, I don't know, something like that. I will do something, though. I will be making a lot of content this weekend. I'm very excited for it, though. I will just have my little tiny phone here, so I can't do much, but I'll try to do something. Something for you, Johnny. Gotta do a little recapping. It'll be fun. That's What She Said has been a member for a month. Holy shit, that's what she said, if I've ever heard it. Thank you so much, my friend. Thanks for being here for a whole month. Thanks for sipping on the Kool-Aid. I hope it's delicious. Thank you, my friend, for your support. Really does mean a lot. Delard is saying favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre is The Beginning. Ooh, that's a underrated choice. I like that one a lot. Devastating, a devastating movie. Just a devastating movie. I love that one. Jason Rushman is joining us, saying, see, there's a guitar in the background. Jake, do you play? I do. That's my little Jackson in the background. Every now and then I get the chance to play it. Maybe one day I'll record something, but working on movies first. So we'll get to it. We will get to it at some point. Bobby is saying, I want Scream 7 to really have me guess who the killers are. It's been obvious who it is. Definitely in the last film. I feel like, Dermot Mulroney, I pegged him from a mile away. I'm just like, yep, that's, there we go. It's the evil cop who's acting all weird and creepy this whole movie. No surprise there. I want to get back to, like, the Jill reveal, the Amber reveal. I want to get back to the Stu reveal. Even those are, like, my top 3, personally, of the whole franchise in terms of, like, how shocking they were. I want to get back to something like that in 7. I think Christopher Landon can do it. I mean, I remember like Happy Death Day being like, whoa, that person was the killer? Shit, I didn't realize that. If you guys haven't seen Happy Death Day, it's phenomenal. Really good movie, kept me guessing. I enjoyed it. It's a bit of a whodunit. You don't really know what's going on, and I think it's really good. I enjoyed it. I was a fan of that one. So if you can pull something like that, like where it's like, woo, really keeping us guessing, I'm here for it. I think that would be a lot of fun. Am I going to see the Taylor Swift movie? Everyone would be dancing in the theater. Taylor Swift is God. I can't I can't say anything negative about her, or I feel like I will be immediately shot down. So yes, I'm spending every day in the theater seeing the Eras Tour movie, and I'm not doing anything else with my life. All hail Taylor Swift. All hail Taylor Swift. Anyways. Alexa's saying, I agree with Bobby. Scream 4 really hid the killers well. I could think anyone was the killer. Yeah, I mean, especially like Jill, I feel like was really well done. Charlie, maybe a little more obvious, but I do like his reveal. I like the way he was revealed. That was nice. Because there's a moment there. There's a moment there when you get the phone call with Kirby and stuff. He's tied up. You're like, ooh, wait a minute. Maybe it's not the creepy guy with the long hair. Hang on a minute. Hold on. Back it up. Maybe something else is going on here. So I kind of liked that. I enjoyed that. But Jill's reveal is the one where it's just like, oh, God, damn it. This sucks. God, I feel so bad for Sydney. Her, like, man, I don't know. It's just like, she has so many family members betray her. I think that's what really hurts about that one. But it's upsetting. It's just upsetting when she takes off the mask. I love it. Yurdy G is with us tonight. What's up, man? How's it going? Saying you got free tickets for us to the Sky Daddy concert after Scarefest on Friday. Well, shit. I don't know what Sky Daddy is, but I might have to go. Shit. Sounds like a lot of fun, my dude. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man. I appreciate you. We're gonna hang out at Scarefest too. Gonna have some good times. Yurdy G, my favorite rappers out there tonight. Appreciate you for hanging out with us. I'm excited for Scarefest, dude. It's gonna be so much fun. Can't wait. It's gonna be great. Coop de Oof is saying, I knew Bailey was the killer from the trailers. Ghostface handling a shotgun so well is such a cop thing that it was obvious. Yeah, I mean, like little nuance like that, I can excuse. It's mostly the dude's performance. You know what I mean? Like, I love Dermot. Like, honestly, I do like a lot of his performance in the movie, but it's just too chaotic before the reveal. Like, the sequence with him and Sam, where he's like, you mess with my family, you die. Like, I'm just like, cool, he's the killer. Awesome. Good to know. I'm glad we just got that out of the way, But I do feel like Scream 6 wasn't necessarily going for shocking killer reveal. You know what I mean? Like, they were definitely trying to do some other things, pull some different strings. Like, I think if you watch that movie with the intent of, oh, this has got to be the best killer reveal in the franchise, you're going to be disappointed. Like, that's just not, it wasn't the goal. A lot of that movie was trying to be punk rock. It was trying to cater to fans by doing things differently than what they usually do. Does that work for you? Does that not? I've heard arguments on both sides that I actually really like. I hear things about why it does work, why it doesn't work, or why some elements to it do and some don't. But I don't know. I really enjoy most of the movie. Like, I'm not crazy about the reveal. That's my biggest, complaint about it. I wish that Danny would have been the one to get stabbed a million times instead of Chad. But those are really the only two things that I would change. The rest of it, I love. Like, I really do enjoy it. Infinite Sky is asking, when can we expect a movie review of Five Nights at Freddy's? I have not been able to see this one early. I can't say there is a movie coming out later on in October that I have seen early, and I can't say what it is, but I really liked it. It's a movie that I was thinking that I wasn't gonna like, and I actually did. I can't say what it is though, unfortunately, because there's still an embargo with it. But soon I will have a spoiler-free video out for that. For whatever it is, but it was not Five Nights at Freddy's. I wish it was. I really wish it was, because I want to see that one early, but I did get to see something early, and you guys will see a review for that soon, though. So that'll be fun. But that review will probably come out the Friday after its release, or the Friday of its release, I guess. So that'll be the 20. Is that the 28th or 27th? I guess. Yeah. So on the 27th, I will have that video out for sure, my friend. But soon. Okay, real quick. I know this is a Scream stream, but how do we feel about Markiplier being in that movie or not? He said on stream recently that Mark was like on stream. He said, I'm not going to be in it. Sorry, I just had a scheduling conflict. I'm working on some other stuff. I feel like I don't know, y'all. Like, if I was in the movie, that's what I would say. So that people were like, oh, he's not going to be in it. Damn. And then big surprise when, person shows up. I feel like maybe there's something there, but I like conspiracy theories. I like talking about all that crazy shit. So who knows? Maybe he's in it. Maybe he's not. Kind of a missed opportunity, I feel, if he's not. I mean, come on. You don't got a day for a cameo, Mark? I know you're busy. I get it. I'm busy too, man. Flying out to wherever the fuck they filmed that. I'm sure it's a lot of work, but come on. You don't have a day to be in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, immortalize yourself like that? I think Mark did it. I think he's lying to us. But who knows? We'll see soon. Jason, am I going to make a Red Right Hand 2? Probably not. I feel like that's the story, how it is. I'm happy with it. What I will say though is I'm working on a new slasher, and I'm very excited for it. Originally I was working on a monster movie. I'm not doing that anymore. Just realized that was like way too pricey. It just wasn't working out with the script and all that. We're doing another slasher though, and I'm really excited to work on that next year. So you guys will see it soon. Ashley is saying Scream 6 was better than Scream 5. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you? I don't know where that word came from. I'm with you, Ashley. Scream 6, I think I like it just a little better for the kills throughout, the way the movie flows. I love the backdrop of the film. I know I say this a lot, but I I didn't need the movie to be like New York, dazzling lights. We're dancing, we're going around the town, and it's all like glitz and glamour and stuff. No, we did not need that for Scream 6. I'm glad it was just big city. I did not want it to be too gimmicky and in your face about musical numbers and Broadway and the Statue of Liberty. That would have sucked. I would have been like, nope, this is Jason Takes Manhattan, and I'm not a fan of this. I liked the more grounded take on New York with Scream 6. I enjoyed that backdrop. I enjoyed a lot of the really creative kill sequences and chase sequences, which was a major step up from 5 in my opinion. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I still think my favorite kill, though, this is a hot take, my favorite kill from 6 and 5, like if I had to pick my absolute favorite, probably the West death, though. When he gets that knife in his neck in 5, oh, man, I watched 5 again recently, and I'm like, I really like Annika's death in 6, like, don't get me wrong, and I think the bodega sequence is tense as fuck, but that's the kill that was like, okay, damn, they're making Scream really fucking scary now. I appreciate that. Listen, I don't think horror needs to be scary to be effective, personally. Just my opinion on it. I feel like a lot of the Scream films are more leaning into fun than scary, especially like the first 3. But Scream 4, I was like, okay, there's some pretty gory kills here. A lot of this is like a little more goofy. But 5, like Scream 5 was the first one to really like scare me a little bit with some of its sequences. I was like, oh man, that West death, man, that was upsetting. Like the mom dies and then he died. Like, I don't know, something about that just really dark to me. That whole sequence, it's morbid. It's just a morbid sequence. I love it. But I do prefer 6 over 5. I think it's a lot more fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know. It's a really fun film. I feel like it captures the energy of the franchise the best out of the 2 new ones we just got. You know what? Fair. Koopty Oof is saying Scream 6 is poopy, no stab musical. Fair. Remember when that was the speculation? Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, when Scream 6 was coming out, there was all this speculation that Samara Weaving's character was playing Gale Weathers in like a stab musical. That was the running theory for a while. I was kind of on that train for a little while too. I was like, ooh, maybe that's the opening scene. That would be really like elaborate New York, but that's not the route they ended up going. And once again, I feel like it served the film for the better, but that's funny though. That is really funny. Edge is saying unpopular takeaway, the nostalgia and unpopular opinion, take away the nostalgia and you'll see that 4, 5, and 6 are greater than 1, 2, and 3. See, like that's so tough though, because you got 1 in there, and like 1, like Scream 1, I feel like is one of the best horror films ever made. Just like from a writing perspective, it's just like, oh God, it's so good. But all 3 of 4, 5, and 6, I feel like all have a bit of a flaw. Like all of them have something where I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about. Like there's one aspect to all 3 of those films where it's just a bit of a letdown. But I don't know, man. Like 2 and 3, I think do have a lot of issues, but like 1 is just, it's perfect. Like I have no issue. I have nothing about it that I would change. I just love that film. It's nearly perfect. If not already perfect. That's tough though. That's a tough one, Edge. Cause I think I do like 4, 5, and 6 better than 2 and 3 for sure. But 1, that's the driving force of that other side of that argument there. But I definitely like the newer sequels versus the original trilogy sequels, just in my opinion. I know some people are like Scream 2 is the greatest film ever made. I respect your opinion. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Johnny, thank you. I have a great voice. Thank you. You should sing a track for your upcoming movie. Also, if you need any volunteers, I can make it to the States. Then I'm happy to help it in whenever I can. Listen, we're always looking for help, Johnny. So hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram, man. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe we'll get something going. What else do we got? Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that, man. Michael Mins is saying I'd like Scream 7 to do a full circle and make this finale to do with before Scream. Some crazy some crazy shit definitely happened. See, I'm trying to censor myself, so YouTube isn't as mad at me all the time. Ship instead of shit. That would be interesting though. Can we do some prequel stuff, Michael? Like that affects the plot now in Scream 7. That also affects the original. I'm into it. If there's a way to do it, do it. Especially if it's like, if we're gonna tie this all together. How can we do that? How can we make that happen? tying the original to this new one, or are we kind of done with that? I'm very on the fence with it because like I look at Scream, I look at Scream 6 and the whole movie, however you feel about it, is very much so sucking the franchise's penis dry. And that's okay. Listen, some horror franchises deserve that. Scream, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, like some of these franchises are iconic. Okay, that's all right. I kind of like the way they do it too, because it doesn't feel too like full of ourselves. It's like, oh, we're the best franchise ever. No, it's like we're just looking back at the past. We're showing you all these fun things that happened. It's almost like an overture of everything you've already watched. And I think that's kind of cool in a way. The shrine serves as that, as a location and a piece. It's cool. I dig that. Do we lose that for 7 though? Because we kind of just did that in the last movie, or have we had our fill of nostalgia? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what the approach is for 7 yet. It's kind of tough to talk about it when really all we know about it is that Christopher Landon's directing. I would say the only thing that's like probably a guarantee at this point is this will probably be the goofiest of this revival. Like from 5, 6, and 7, I would say 7's probably going to be the silliest. Some people, that's music to their ears. Some people are like, but I kind of like the scary shit. And I'm kind of on the fence because I do like when Scream is a little silly, but when it gets like too silly, it just turns into scary movie for me. So I hope they don't push it that far. I'm down for some goofiness here and there, man. It works. I mean, Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson, they're like undeniably a little goofy together, man. I just watched Cursed for the first time, that movie. And you can like, you can always tell when Kevin Williamson wrote a movie. You know what I mean? You can always tell when it's him behind the curtain or whatever, coming up with whatever's coming out on screen. So to me, it's like, I do feel like you got to have a little bit of silliness in a Scream film. You can't just make it full on horror, or it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna feel Scream at that point. But I think they've done a pretty good job in 5 and 6 of balancing that, where it was definitely a little more in the favor of let's make this scary, but there's still goofiness to it. There's plenty of times in 6 where I'm cracking up because something just outrageous is happening on screen. Something I find really silly about the new one now, or 6, is the Stone stuff, the therapist guy. That's something that's actually really grown on me. I wasn't crazy about it at first. I was like, this character's kind of underdeveloped, but he kind of he serves as a comedic relief in a lot of ways the more I watch it. Like his death scene is really comical. Like what's the movie he's watching? It's fucking Invasion of the Body Snatchers or whatever. It's like, you're next, you're the one, they're coming for you, and then he literally dies like 30 seconds later. Like, yeah, it's funny, it's goofy, I dig it. I'm like, whatever. I'm digging it. I'm all about it. So as long as they keep that, as long as they keep the horror angle in there and it's not so far to the point that it's just a comedy, I'm here for it. Edge is saying Scream is the best horror franchise, but my ranking is 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. I mean, I get it, man. Like these new ones, the more modern ones, they definitely have something the other ones don't. I will say that for sure. I respect it though, man. Nothing beats 1 for me. Like 1 is just, that's my favorite. But I love 6. Like 6 is my favorite sequel, I think now. I'm very split. I feel like there are 2 camps with the Scream franchise. There are definitely like the original trilogy being your favorite, or like this new trilogy being your favorite. I think both have so much merit. Like I think both have so much little fun moments or whatever. It's really dependent on my mood. Like, am I feeling like scary Ghostface or am I feeling floppy Ghostface? It's just kind of what it comes down to. I like both. I think both have. There's an argument to be made on both sides as to what works or what you're in the mood for. I like both, man. I love this whole franchise. Is great. Ty Lee is throwing $5 out there. Thank you so much for the support, Ty. I do really appreciate you. Saying a fun meta joke for Scream 6 is them watching a Stab Christmas movie on TV and then to make a joke about how, oh my God, we're doing this now. I missed the meta factor. I do too. I will say there are elements to Scream 6 where it's very subtle. There are very subtle elements of meta humor, but here's my, and you mean Scream 7. I see it, Ty. So in Scream 7 have like a bit of a, just something where it's like, we realize we're in a horror movie. I think, the thing that worries me about that is I look at Scream 4 and I really love Scream 4. For the longest time, it was my favorite sequel. I think it's got like one of the best just killer arcs throughout a horror movie, at least in that franchise. But something that I'm just not crazy about the more I watch Scream 4 is the dialogue is so meta and in your face about it. And it's almost to the point where it doesn't work for me. So I kind of like the meta-ness, the metaverse. Let's not call it that, actually. The meta angle to Scream being a little more subtle, a little less like dialogue focused and more just like in the background. I think it worked when we were with Tatum. Like Tatum in Scream 1, where she's kind of the only one. Well, okay, that's not true. Tatum and Randy are kind of really spelling out horror movie things the whole time. But I don't know, the way that they deliver things, it just never feels like so in your face about it. You know what I mean? Like she'll say like, "Oh, man, Sydney, this is starting to sound like one of those Wes Carpenter flicks." It's like, okay, that's funny because she's wrong. You know what I mean? There's another layer to it on top of her recognizing, oh, this is like a horror movie. Which might sound like kind of dumb nowadays because it's like, yeah, a bunch of characters in horror movies do that. But Scream was like really the first one to do that, and I think that's cool. So, like, for me, I want, like, sure, throw in a line of meta humor every now and then. But if it's like Scream 4, where it's like, dude, every line is like some kind of meta reference or whatever, it's like, okay, you gotta chill out, man. You get like one or two of those every 15 minutes, you know? Yeah, like, just as long as it's not too abundant, I'm chill with it. It's all good. But I do agree, I would like a little more meta. There was only like a little smidgen of it in 6, I think. Like, actually, what I was just saying with Dr. Stone. Throw a little more of that in there. You know, this is the franchise about breaking rules. This is the franchise about being like just realizing you're in a horror movie, establishing the rules of them as well, commenting on some angle to new horror movies. There's so much you can talk about too with the Scream film, man. I mean, even like the most little basic element to horror movies nowadays. Like, why not? Why not touch on that a little bit? They kind of like elevated horror. You know, that was something we talked about in 5 a bit. And I don't even feel like they did that 100% justice. Like, I feel like there's still room to talk there. But that's what I think is so great about Scream, is that this is the franchise for that. This is the franchise for fun. But Ty, I really appreciate the $5, my friend. Thank you so much. The franchise for fun, the franchise for talking about horror movies within a horror movie. Keep it going. Keep that energy flowing. I feel it, man. Movie fan is saying, hey, Jake, would you rate each Scream movie from 1 to 10? I think I would get crucified if I did that. I think some of you would not like my Scream 3 rating. So I'm going to refrain from doing that. But what I will say is most of the movies I love. Like, most of them are above an 8 out of 10 for me. I really enjoy just about all of them a lot. I mean, even like 2 has really grown on me. 2 has just some weird moments and kills that I'm just not crazy about. And some plot stuff where I just feel like they could have done something better. But like 3 is the one where I'm just like, this is bizarre, man. This is weird. I think a lot of the stuff with 3 though is because there's just so much going on and it just clashes for me. Like, I feel like one side of that movie really wants to be this like goofy Hollywood slasher, more grandiose, larger than life, trying to do all this crazy, outrageous shit to top the other couple of entries, where there's another side to Scream 3 that's trying to have commentary on the Weinsteins and Hollywood just in general. And I just don't think I think it clashes. Like, it's so, you have this like incredibly dark and serious subject matter mixed with like the goofiest film in the franchise in terms of tone. And it just doesn't work. Like, your darkest message of the whole franchise is also from the film that is like the goofiest. It's almost like distasteful. It just doesn't work for me. So that's my issue with 3. I enjoy parts of it though. Like, I think parts of it are good. I think Jennifer Jolie's like one of my favorite side characters in the whole franchise. Like, she's great. I do really enjoy her as an addition. Speaking of Scream 2 having weird moments, yeah, Derek singing for a whole sequence, and one of the killers in the movie is just doing this stupid little dance. Like, Mickey, what are you doing, man? You're about to go and like murder someone in a couple of scenes from now. What are you doing, man? What are you doing, dog? Funny shit. Kyle is with us tonight. What's up, Kyle? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Saying Catherine Newton will be like a Sarah Michelle Gellar or Olivia screen time, middle of the movie death. Ooh. I could see something like that. I was almost expecting, I am kind of expecting either Catherine Newton or Jessica Roth to be in this next one in some way, shape, or form. It would be cool if she was like the first kill after the opening or the opening kill. I'd be down for it. Something vicious though, kind of like similar to Olivia or Cece's death, I think would be cool. Both of those are really, wow, thinking about, I was going to say, oh, like a vicious death like Olivia's, but I'm thinking about Cece Cooper's death, and I'm like, that's pretty fucked up. That's one of my favorite kills in all of Scream too. Oh, so good. But I feel you, Kyle. That would be fun. That would be really cool to see her have a little more screen time, than just the opening scene. Kind of get to know her a bit, and then bam, like just, oh, fuck, 25 minutes in, Ooh. Or maybe 30 minutes in, I don't know. Wrestling God is also asking about the Beyond the Mask Stu video. I did watch it. So what else are you saying about it? Gail and Stu talking and wanted her phone number and the reason why he has the dolls in the house. So I watched the video a couple days ago. Beyond the Mask was talking. Was that like 2 days ago or was that yesterday? Time is hard to keep track of, my friends. But I watched this recently. Let's keep it a little more vague. Recently, watched this recently. And like, to me, it was just like, this is about more stuff that Matthew Lillard usually does at cons. Like the guy just likes to talk and be a goofy little fella like he is. He's a very goofy guy. If you've never met him, he likes to crack jokes. He's really silly. I love him so much. But he likes to joke about coming back as Stu all the time because he thinks it's like, he's really amused by the fan theories. Like he's like, I can't believe this is even something. It's great. I mean, even when I was standing in line to meet him, a couple of people ahead of me, he said something. He's like, oh, I'm coming back. Like, he's like, I'll be in 7. Like, I'm going to be there. It's going to be great. And I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, oh, he just likes joking around and stuff with the fans. Here's the other thing too. Because he persists about making that joke, to me, it comes off as, oh, he's really not in this. Because like, if he was, he'd have to sign an NDA and he wouldn't be able to crack jokes like that anymore. So I don't know. I mean, if he was back as Stu, I feel like those jokes would stop. Like, okay, the moment he refuses to talk about it, then we'll talk. The moment he's like, I can't talk about that. Oh shit. Okay, now something's going on. Like now let's entertain it. But I don't know. Right now, I just don't feel like he's coming back. And that's putting aside my bias, putting aside my thoughts on the matter. I just feel like he's not going to come back. They made such a big statement with the last film about how they feel about the theories. I just don't think it's going to happen. But keep holding out faith, though. I'm not saying it's not going to happen because, holy shit, I mean, the movie would make so much money, love it or hate it, if Stu came back. Like, some people would be losing their minds. Some people would like, oh my God, no way. He's back, man. And who doesn't like Matthew Lillard, Like, some people are just going to see Five Nights at Freddy's because Matthew Lillard is in it. I'm not saying that's me, but I'm not saying that's not me. I'm not saying it's me. I'm hyped. I'm just so hyped to see him in a big horror movie again, man. It's great. I hope he is in more horror movies moving forward, man. So many good performances from him already. I'm selfish. I want more. I want more Matthew. We can all agree on that, I think. Ethan is saying, Jake, I'm no longer going to Scarefest, and now you're going. Pain. I'm so sorry. You can't refund your ticket. Well, if anyone wants a ticket for Saturday, hit up Ethan. There you go. Who's in Lexington? Who's in Lexington, Kentucky, and wants to go to Scarefest? There you go. Kyle is saying, how was Scream 4 not a big deal with that cast at the time? Great question. Hayden, Emma, Adepakin, Lucy Hale, Allison Brie, Kristen Bell, I mean. That's Kyle. It's a great point. I don't know how that movie bombs. I really don't know. Like, I mean, incredible cast. Maybe one of the better films in the whole franchise too. I just think it was marketed poorly. Like, it came out kind of like on the downfall of that kind of subgenre of horror. Like when Scream comes out in 1996, all these other movies came out afterwards that were kind of like had a similar tone. They were a little more like lighthearted and fun. Some of them had gore, like Final Destination and all that, but it was nothing like Saw, where it was like in your face. This is about the gore. This is about the crazy dark storyline happening behind this. It's typically you follow teenagers and it's a little more fun and like, oh, it's a fun story to go down, and maybe it gets a little emotional here and there. But by the time you get to 2011, remakes kind of dominated everything. Horror was starting to get like scarier in the mainstream a bit. So Scream wasn't necessarily like the big like, oh yeah, we got to see the new Scream film. It was really like, I mean, think about Saw. Think about how successful Saw was for such a long time throughout the thousands. Like, that's what people wanted. Like, people were like, yeah, we want this. We want gore. We want crazy, dark, evil shit. And, Scream, it's not really Scream's MO. And that's okay. Not every horror franchise needs to be that. I like that Scream is a little more lighthearted and fun. It would be weird if it was different, just wouldn't be the same. So I like that Scream has this consistent fun tone about it. But I just feel like that's where the mentality was in 2011. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. It is technically a remake, so to say. Kind of, but like not really. Also, it's more making fun of remakes. So maybe he got lumped in with that. Maybe people saw, Nightmare on Elm Street and were like, Scream 4, this is going to be just like that Nightmare on Elm Street movie from last year. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Great question though, Kyle. It eludes me. It eludes me. Slashing It with Matt is with us. What's up, Matt? How's it going? Welcome, dude. Thanks for being here. Saying, are you more excited for Thanksgiving or It's a Wonderful Knife? I think I'm more excited for Thanksgiving. I'm hearing really good things about it. I think here's the other thing too with Thanksgiving. Like, I think It's a Wonderful Knife is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very, very hyped for it. Coming from Michael Kennedy, the writer of Freaky, who he's great. Like, I'm sure this is going to be a really fun movie, but Thanksgiving, I think I'm a little more excited for because like there's a part of me that I feel like has been waiting for this movie for like a long time for two big reasons. First of all, the Grindhouse trailer for that film from Eli Roth came out like a long time ago. I mean, like 2007, the thousands. Like basically, imagine getting a trailer in, 2007 and then not getting the movie until 2023. There's a lot of anticipation that you've built up over that much time. So I think I'm like, for that reason, I'm a little more excited for it, as well as like Eli Roth not really making any horror recently. He made like this like VR slasher experience thing recently, but that's not, I didn't check that out. I'm going to be real. Do you guys even know what I'm talking about? I can't believe I remember that, if I'm being real. I don't even know what that was. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Sick. But this is like the first real horror movie he's done in a pretty long time. He made that like kids movie or whatever, like The House with the Clock in Its Walls. I like to call it The House with the Cock in Its Balls. I don't know, just it was fine. It was a kids movie. He directed the Borderlands movie that's coming out soon. I believe Tim Miller's doing like reshoots on it, but he was the main director for a long time on that one. So I'm excited for that. Don't get me wrong, but Eli Roth, I just feel like when he's at his best, it's when he's doing something like Thanksgiving, like just pure horror nonsense, just a lot of fun. Crazy bloody kills with his disgusting sense of humor. That to me is why I'm the most excited for this one. This is out of all the horror movies that came out this year, this was in my top 10 for most anticipated too, I think. It's a Wonderful Knife. This is something I like literally just heard about maybe like a month ago, I want to say. I didn't even know it was I didn't even know that was something until I saw Michael Kennedy starting to tweet about it. I'm like, oh, no way. So I am hyped for it. Don't get me wrong. Very hyped for both of these. November, I've never said this before. November is going to be a really good time for horror fans. I'm excited for both, but Thanksgiving, man, I just feel like I've been waiting for this one for so long. Been clawing and hyped to eat at this table for a long time. I was really trying to make that Thanksgiving pun work, Matt, and I couldn't make it happen. Thanks for the question, though, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Anthony Anderson was great. He was in Scream 4. I agree. He's very good. Very good stuff from him. What else do we go? What else do we got here? Joey XYZ talking about the last Scream video I did, talking about Sophie Thatcher. Responded to the rumors of her casting. Has she? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. It is just a little rumor coming from some friends and all that. Who knows if it's true or not. And also, if she was just approached about potentially being in the next one, that's not like 100% confirmation that she's in it. That's just, she was approached. Maybe, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I mean, what's her face? Samara Weaving, she was supposed to be in Scream 5. They wanted her there, and she just had scheduling conflicts. I think she was supposed to be in like Australia filming something else. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. I mean, that was 2 years ago. my stoner brain can only remember so much. But what I will say though is, if she was approached, cool. I hope she's in it. That would be great. She's a great actress. I've seen her in a few things now. She would be a great Scream character. Maybe even a killer. Ooh, damn. I pitched, if you guys haven't seen my most recent Scream video, check it out. I talked a little bit about, I pitched a character, which was weird. I don't usually do that. I feel like it's like, am I wasting people's time just kind of playing in my sandbox, essentially? I don't know. Check it out. If you guys like it, though, cool. If you don't like that format of video, I won't do it again. But I'm just curious. I'm just curious what everyone thinks about that one. So I'm hoping more people check it out. Kind of pitched a Scream character idea that I've had for a while. It was actually something I wanted to do for Red Right Hand, and I couldn't couldn't make it work with the story. So I was like, oh, I should recycle this. That would be cool. Sarah is saying Sophie Thatcher is amazing in Yellow Jackets. I still gotta watch that. I gotta watch that soon. Love to see her in Scream. Absolutely. She's on that show with Jasmine Savoy Brown, another Scream alum, so that's kind of cool. Would be cool to see her now in the big leagues with some movies opposed to TV. Be fun. Kyle is saying I can picture Scream 7 having a flamboyant gay character. I don't know, seems smart with how... What? I mean, well, we do have LGBTQ plus representation in Scream, which is good. I always a big fan of that. We got Mindy out there. I do gotta say, man, like her relationship with Annika, like it's still heartbreaking to me when she falls off that ladder. Like it is genuinely hard to watch. I don't know. Set that up so well, in my opinion. Like, you want to talk about just immediate heartbreak. It's like, oh my God. Damn. I feel for Mindy in that scene. Upsetting shit. That's what she said, is saying, Jake, have you ever seen Half Baked? Better yet, have you ever seen Half Baked? Half Baked. I have seen Half Baked. It's a fun movie. I enjoy it. That's a good one. I don't know, like, how do I talk about that movie critically? Like, it is literally just about a bunch of dudes high out of their mind trying to get their buddy out of jail. That's it's a great stoner comedy, man. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's a fun one. It doesn't get talked about, I feel, as much as like your Pineapple Expresses, your Cheech and Chong's, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Like, Half Baked, I feel like is up there with those other movies. I don't know if I like it more than those ones, but it's up there. It's like, yeah, I like it. Jason is saying, I loved Red Right Hand. You did an incredible job. Thank you so much, my friend. Gonna watch it after the stream. Thank you. Hey, check it out. Watch it a whole bunch. We're coming up on a year since we made it, which is still nuts to me that it's been that fucking long. If you guys have not seen it, if you know no idea what we're talking about, I did a whole fan film. It's feature length last year, put it out in December of 2022. And, it's really fun. It's a very different take on the Scream formula. I won't say what or how or why. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just go check it out. Just try it out. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's not. Wanted to do a little experimental shit with the Scream format. So check it out if you have not seen it. Child's Play fan is saying, I hope Kincaid is back and we get to see Sydney's family. I hope there is some danger to them from Ghostface. I feel like this is the last Sydney story that needs to be told. So if we're going to, pitch Scream 7 as this final chapter, yeah, we got to do something with that. I mean, we set it up from 5. I mean, it's not name dropped. That's the wrong term, but like it's alluded to in 6 that, she's with her family somewhere safe. I just feel like we're setting up that Ghostface is going to, fuck around with Sydney's family at some point. Why not make that Scream 7? That feels like a natural place to go with the next film, being like one of the plots. Then, focus on the core 4 on the other side of that. Sydney and her family, core 4. And somehow this all comes together. However you could do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. That would be a really fun 7th entry. And we all know Christopher Landon loves the original Scream. I mean, he's a huge fan of it. Of course he wants Sidney Prescott in the movie. I would bet my whole bank account on it. I would bet a lot of money on that. Mystery Man is saying Sam Loomis or Sidney Prescott. I mean, that's Sidney Prescott objectively is better. I mean, we've had more movies with her for sure, but Sam's a totally different character. It's hard to compare them. I feel like they're on two separate paths, and if they conclude both of those, if they conclude Sam's the same way that Sidney's concludes in Scream 3, I'm going to be questioning, but why? We made this big point in Scream 5 to say that Sam Carpenter is a much different character than Sidney Prescott. I mean, they quite literally have a confrontation where Sidney says what she would do in the situation and Sam says, no, I'm doing this instead. So I don't know. To me, it's like, yeah, you can't give her the same outcome. Like, they're two different characters. They have two different things going on. So it's a tough comparison, Mystery Man, but I think Sidney Prescott objectively is better, but I do really like Sam Carpenter. I'm excited to see what they do with her in one more movie. What else do we got going on? Dan the Man, yo, how's it going? Saying horror cinematic universe, Ghostface, Jason, Michael, Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, thoughts, all of those people fighting. We got the MCU for that. If you want to see a bunch of famous icons in comic books and shit fight each other, you got the MCU. If you want to do a Jason versus Freddy movie, sure, I'm into it. It would be fun. It's nothing I'm like, oh God, we need that. But I'm like, yeah, why not? That would be a fun movie. I do think that there's just like cinematic universes, man. We've done them to death. Like everything's a universe nowadays. Everything has 100 different like spin-offs and stuff that all connect and correlate. And I'm just like, man, what happened to small stories? What happened to friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? I miss it. I miss those days where it was like every superhero movie wasn't about the end of the world. Like I miss the movies where it's like, this is just about, this dude who decided to become a supervillain and someone needs to stop him. I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, like Spider-Man 2, like the original Spider-Man 2. Like I love that. It's like Doc Ock just basically terrorizing New York. That's fun. Like Green Goblin, same thing. I love those first two Spider-Man movies from Sam Raimi so much because they're like, it's smaller. Not everything is the end of the world. And I don't know. Not everything needs to be that, in my opinion. I do like a lot of movies that do that, but I don't know. I feel like just everything is doing that nowadays. It's like, here's 1,000 superheroes that are going to stop the end of the world. And I'm like, I just want small stories though. I miss that. I miss those days. Kiki is asking, have you ever had a dream about Scream? One time I fell asleep watching YouTube and I woke up in the middle of the night to Scream 96 playing on my TV. And I swear to God, I thought I was getting like robbed or something. I'm like, this is too weird of a coincidence. What is going on? What is happening right now? YouTube had started auto playing Scream, which I guess at one point it was free on this app for a little while. I don't know. I wasn't even watching like anything about Scream. Like I was like watching, I'm trying to think what I don't even remember. I was watching something else though. And I just wake up to Tatum dying in the garage door or whatever. I was just like, what is going on? This is so weird. So that has happened to me. What else do we got going on? How we doing? Dan is saying, man, forget the MCU. I'm with you, Dan. Jeez. I've been done with it since like 2019, I think. Jonathan House is saying, theory, Stu's sister will be the killer in Scream 7, be a bit like Mrs. Loomis, where she has a fake identity the whole movie, and then at the end, the reveal. But isn't that the same thing? Jonathan, if you're cool with that, that's cool. But me personally, I just don't want the same thing happening from another movie in a new film. I really just want, something, any other motive, something that's not about the stab movies and something that doesn't have to do with blood relatives. Like if we can find a motive that doesn't have anything to do with those two things, I will be so happy. Like I will sing the rejoice. I will worship at the altar of Scream 7 if they can find a way to do any other motive that has nothing to do with those other things. But I don't know. I just don't want to see the same thing again, I mean, yeah, you can argue, well, it's Stu's sister this time, it's not Billy's mom. But I don't know. To me, it's just, it's parallel. Maybe not the same thing, but parallel, if that makes sense. I want something that I'm like, I haven't seen this before. Holy fuck. That's cool. What else do we got going on? Kyle is saying, is there a motive where you legit don't understand the criticism? For me, Friday the 13th, 2000. Oh, movie. I read that as motive. I got motive on the brain, Kyle. I'm sorry. I agree with this, though. Friday the 13th, 2009. I really like it. Also, everyone seems to say it's underrated, so who hates it? Some people definitely hate it. I've seen some people saying, well, the characters are really annoying, but to me, I'm like, that's kind of the point, though. Friday, the characters are always very annoying. And even though, I hate some of the characters in Friday the 13th, 2009. You are supposed to. That's how they're written. Even then, though, I definitely don't hate them as much as some characters from previous movies. I will say that. I think it's a bit of a weird criticism just because, the other Friday movies, to me, the characters can be way more annoying. But I don't know. That's just my opinion, personally. I really like that remake. I watched it for Friday the 13th. I'm like, damn, this is one of my favorites from the whole franchise. I really enjoy it. I don't know what's going on here, TJ Sanders, but this is a really funny chat. I don't even know how to respond to this. How does my youngest child fart every time he hears Ghostface chats? I really got nothing, TJ. Get them checked out. I don't know. That's odd. That's a strange thing. That's really funny. Dan the Man is saying, forget the MCU. We're talking horror, man. Hey, I feel you, Dan. I was on a horror high, and the concept of the Monster Squad being responsible for Ghostface Knife or Michael's Resurrection got me pumped. Hey, I could see it, man. Monster Squad is a lot of fun. That was that to me is like Freddy versus Jason before Freddy versus Jason. I love that movie though. That's a really fun one for sure. Thanks for hanging out with us, Dan. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the man they call Dan. Gelato is saying, I think it would be cool to get an extra long 2-part Scream 7. It would give enough screen time to focus on Sidney Prescott and the core 4, tying them all together. I'm into it for sure. I hope they avoid doing a Hunger Games thing where the first part is like really good and then the second part is mostly filler. Like, as long as they don't do that. Because you have a point, Gelato, about like the core 4 having their own story, Sydney having her own story, and then having it all come together. You could tell that across 2 movies, for sure. Like, I'm with you on that case. I do feel like that's a big issue with requels nowadays, is they try to do too much with too many characters. Like Exorcist Believer is now... You thought Halloween Ends was a punching bag on this page for a while. Oh man, Exorcist Believer, that's gonna be the new punching bag around here. I look at that movie and I'm like, if you remove any ties to the original Exorcist, that movie could have been good. Like, I would have maybe vibed with it a little more, but because it was the Exorcist sequel, that's why it doesn't work for me. So it's sometimes you look at these requels and you're like, well, you know, why were the legacy characters here? Like, do they add anything? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think Scream 5 and 6 kind of has an argument for having them involved. You know, kind of. I will say it's a stronger argument than most requels have. You know, Jurassic World Dominion. I don't know. Like Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, they show up, which is cool, and I love these characters, but I don't fucking know why they weren't in the other ones. You know, I don't know. Scream 5 and 6 definitely makes a better argument, but would it be better? You know, if instead of trying to shove like 2 storylines into one long movie, instead just doing 2 films separately, and then maybe having them all conclude in the second one during the third act. The stuff from the first film comes back for part 2. I mean, I'm into it. I would want to see it. I would want to see how they end up doing it. That's for sure. Evil Connor is saying that's why Jill felt fresh. Do love me some Jill. She's got a brand new motive. Evil Connor, thank you for your support, by the way. I see you're a Killjoy cult member. Thank you. Sarah is saying, I think I've seen 3 MCU movies total. Trust me, you're not missing too much. Saying, however, I will make an exception if we end up getting Blade. I'm weirdly excited for Blade, too. I actually want to see that one as well. Who knows if it'll be good or not, but we'll see. James River CFC reviews with a little Spidey in the profile picture. I dig it. Saying, hey, Jake, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, James. Thanks for being here. If we're going off the more recent Screams mirroring the old ones, do you think a twist could be that Sam's half-twister Tara ends up being the killer like Roman was? You know, it's possible, but I need a why. You know, what is Tara's motive? Like, why would she turn on everybody after everything they've been through? Especially with, you know, if you look at the arcs that Sam and Tara have gone through in 5 and then 6, they're very much so about building trust and this relationship up between these 2 sisters who have at one point been just kind of estranged. And now, you know, they bring them back together in Scream 5. Now Sam's smothering her, basically being her mom, and she lets off. You know, she's like, okay, I'm letting you go. We love each other now. Everything's good, and I'm gonna stop being so overprotective. How does that translate to Tara wants to kill her now? You know, like that's my issue. Like when you look at it on paper at the end of the day, is this going to work? I think, you know, the idea of Jenna Ortega being the killer sounds like a lot of fun because, you know, she's in Wednesday. She's this horror actress. Let's do a Mia Goth thing. You know what I mean? Like with Pearl, where it's like, you know, in X, you know, she mostly plays the main character as well as one of the antagonists. But then in Pearl, she's like just the main focus is her being fucking crazy and evil, which is also great. So I get the want to do that with Jenna Ortega. I just don't see it happening story-wise. That's my issue. Like, the aesthetic of Jenna Ortega taking off the mask and all that, like that vibe I can get into. But the why, the motive, that's where I feel like it could get messy. But maybe if we have a good motive, maybe if we have some secret thing that's been happening behind the scenes this whole time, I could see it. She does seem to enjoy that one kill at the end of 6 a whole lot. She had a whole blast stabbing Ethan in the mouth, let me tell you. So I'm into it. I'm into it. I just need that. I need that good old fashioned motive. I need it. Why is she doing it? Why is she doing it? Dan the man is saying, hey, the one and only, bro. You just earned yourself a new sub. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for being here, my friend. Come back for more streams, man. We do this a lot, and and most times we don't have technical difficulties, but today was a fun one. Today was certainly a fun one. I can't wait to clip this after we're done. Don't watch the first 20 minutes of the stream. Just trust me. Trust me on that. Charles Webb is hanging out with us tonight, throwing $5 out there. Thank you so much, Charles. I appreciate the support, man. Saying I want Gil Weathers to be the opening kill. Gasp. It would be ironic to have her hung from a Gil Weathers promo billboard. Oh my God. Damn, you want to talk about mean-spirited right there, Charles. Shit. Oh, brutal. What a way to start Scream 7. You know, I have always felt that, hang on now. Gotta grab some water. I've always felt that, you know, the legacy characters and Gail especially, because she's the only one that's really in all 6 of the movies now so far. I feel like she's kind of our tie to the original still. So what does killing Gil Weathers symbolize? You know, that's my question. You know, why, if we kill Gil Weathers, what does that say about the rest of the movie? Killing Cotton Weary at the beginning of Scream 3, for instance, is perfect because he's a legacy character, but he was also kind of a dick and had it coming. He gets everything he wanted at the ending of Scream 2, and then we see the outcome of that a little more in Scream 3, and then he gets killed. You know, he flies too close to the sun and all that. And it also kicks off, well, he was going to be in Stab. He was going to be the opening kill of Stab. So now we're killing people in the order that they were supposed to die in the new Stab movie. I like that. Killing Gil Weathers, what does that say about our Ghostface this time around? I feel like whoever the opening kill is usually has some kind of purpose behind like where it's going next, like what the killer's motive is. It's your first clue, like with every Scream movie, like what's the opening kill and why. Scream 6, great example as well. We have our main killer going after Ghostface wannabes. And you get this line, who gives a fuck about movies? Like, that immediately tells us this is not going to be the same motive as the previous film. And I love that. So, like, what killing Gil Weathers in the opening scene, what would that say? You know, what would that say about this new character? You'd also have to basically cut off the whole nostalgia tie thing, which I'm not, like, me personally, I'm not against. I think we've done a little too much. It's almost like a crutch. It's almost like a crutch now with the whole nostalgia and looking back at the franchise. Tell new stories. You know, Scream 1 wasn't nostalgic for, you know, previous Scream movies. It was nostalgic for other horror movies, which is fun. Like Halloween. If you're a big fan of Halloween, you're watching that in 1996. Oh, shit. I remember that. I remember watching this. That was fun. I feel like Scream 6 did its thing, and I respect it. It's not out of place for a Scream film to be nostalgic and be excited, you know, building up excitement for horror films, even if it's from your own franchise. But now I want a new animal. Once again, with every sequel, I want a new twist on it. So what can they do? Would this be that? You know, I guess is my question, Charles. Could we spin this in a way where it could be like the let go of the past by killing the character that has been consistent through all 6 of the movies? Would it say that? I hate to say it, but I'm not against the idea. I feel like it might be one of those things where it's like killing John Connor in the opening scene of a Terminator film, which if you've seen a certain Terminator film, you know that's kind of the case, and that's, you know, it kind of killed the movie right off the get-go. Would it do that though? There's two sides of it. You know what I mean? Like, would this work for people? Would this be too dark right at the opening? This is a more like fun and more like we're having a good time kind of franchise. So would that work? I don't know. I'm not against it. I think it could say something and spell out the tone of a new Scream film, trying to go down a different direction, but it needs to mean something, I guess is my point. You can't just kill like one of the most important characters in all of Scream for no reason, because the fans would just lose their minds. But if it means something, I'm into it. If like Dewey's death means something. It's not just like, well, we wanted to kill Dewey. There's more to it than just that. It furthers the plot, which is nice. So I say, like, I don't think the legacy characters should be safe, but I also feel like if you're going to kill them, have it mean something. But Charles, thank you for the $5, my friend. I really do appreciate your support. We'll see what happens, man. Holy shit, that would be wild. That would be wild. Kiki is asking, besides Red Right Hand, what's your favorite Scream song? Oh, that's such a good question. Oh my God, that's such a good question. How about Creed's What If? What if? Is that how it goes? Is that the lyrics? What If from Creed, that's great in Scream 3. Oh, what else? Something to Die For in Scream 4, I actually really liked. I like that one so much we decided to use it for Red Right Hand, for instance. Should I be a dick for like 2 seconds? I feel like we used it maybe even better. That's all I'm gonna say. It's one of my favorite moments in all of Red Right Hand is when that song comes in. It just makes me laugh every time. So maybe those two, like Creed's What If and Something to Die For, which I cannot remember the band that did that. I'm going to look it up right now because I'm actually curious. If I start playing it, though, YouTube will be like, oh, no. No, you don't, Jake. Something to Die For. Is that how it goes? Something to Die For. The sounds? Is that? That does not sound right, but there you go. Good song, though, from Scream 4. Love it. Great question, Kiki. Great question. I mean, Red Right Hand, I think, will always be number one, though. But, love those two. As Yet Untitled is with us, saying, Jake, finally I get to watch a live stream. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome. Do you think they would have a killer that's been involved since Scream 5? Big reveal for 6. Great question. Like, actually, genuinely a great question, because we're dealing with Scream 7, which is the final in this like new trilogy we're starting. Will it, mirror Scream 3 in some aspects, like in the same way that killer reveal does that in Scream 3? Well, I don't know. I look at Scream 3 and I say, what does that really add to the original film? I mean, go back and watch 1 again. What does it add? Does it add anything? I don't think so, personally. I think the only reason they decided to have Roman be involved is just to make him seem bigger and more evil than he already is. It aids 3, in my opinion, more than it does like building upon the first one. And I feel like a good sequel in those terms should build upon the original on top of, give you a reason to watch the next one. And I think it gives me a reason, it's like, okay, cool. But Roman's involvement in the first movie, I just don't feel like it really, I don't know what it really adds. Am I watching Scream 1 differently after watching 3? I don't know. I don't know if I am. So if they do end up going down that route for Scream 7, where it's like this person's been involved since the original, I don't know. I don't know if they need to do that. I also feel like they kind of already did that with 6. I feel like the parents and the whole family being the killers in Scream 6, it just means like that builds upon 5, in my opinion, big time, because now you get to know a little more about Richie. Like, I go back and I watch Scream 5 now, keeping in mind that his family was also fucked up. It's like, ooh, that's cool. I feel the same way about Mrs. Loomis. It's like, well, she was crazy. Now it makes sense with Billy. You know what I mean? Roman, I just don't know if he builds on to 1 for me. But I think that, like, I have my criticisms about Mrs. Loomis, but she does make Billy seem a little crazier. Same with the family in 6. So I don't know. I want, if they go down this route, have it expand upon 5, just like how 6 did. Maybe have 7 build upon 5 and 6. Maybe the Kirsch family had some other shit going on. Can you make that happen? I don't know. But I'm into it. We'll see. We'll see what they end up doing As Yet Untitled, because I'm excited. Do we build off of that? Do we do something even crazier? Or do we do like just the pocket story? I don't know. I mean, it all depends on what details come out about the film. That's kind of the thing that I just don't know. I just don't know what they're going to end up doing. But great question, As Yet Untitled. I do believe it's going to mirror 3 in some way. I just have not figured out what that's going to be yet. We got some great selections for song choices from the Scream franchise. I love the Demi Lovato song and the Mike Shinoda song. I still listen to both of these Joey and Edge. Both of them are really good. I do really like both of those. Automatic is also a really good choice, Robbie. Hell yeah. See, I love me some Creed. Unapologetically, I like Creed. I don't care. Make fun of me. Creed is great, man. They're coming back next year. They're playing a festival next summer. I wish I could be there. Ooh. But great choices all around for songs from the franchise. Scream 3's got a banging soundtrack, by the way. Oh, love it. Some Static X is on there too. Love it. Cobweb is a high 7 out of 10, maybe 8. Ty, I'll tell you what, Cobweb is one of the most underrated horror films of the year, in my opinion. If you have not seen this, it is a perfect fall horror movie. Check it the fuck out. Oh, it's a good one. I enjoyed it. I think from a distance, it looks like a generic horror film, but I just feel like it supersedes that. It goes far beyond that and does some really interesting things with the way it unfolds its story. Lots of shocks and surprises throughout that one. Jacob Wells is with us tonight. What's up, Jacob? How's it going, man? Thanks for being here. Laugh of the day. I just saw your latest video post and your thumbnail said Stream 2024. I jumped with excitement and thought it said Scream 7. Oh, man. Damn, maybe it'll get more views if I just if I just call it Scream 2024. No, but seriously, check out that new video. I talk about a new movie coming from the Terrifier folks. And I'm hyped for it, really excited for it. So if you're someone who's like eagerly anticipating Terrifier 3 next year, well, before that, we have a new film coming from like the same people, essentially. It's called Stream. Comes out in like early 2024. We don't have a release date yet, but check out the video. I kind of covered it. I talked a little more about it. I do a better job explaining it than how I am right now. but check it out. It's a good one. I recommend it. Jason's asking a great question here. Welcome in, Jason. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but what's up? What's up, dog? Saying thoughts on the GOAT, John Carpenter, stating Halloween Kills is his favorite of the new trilogy from David Gordon Green. It's fascinating. Because honestly, if before this quote had come out, if you asked me, Jake, what do you think John Carpenter's favorite is from this new trilogy? Halloween Kills would be the last one I would respond with. So, as most of you probably already know, John Carpenter is not a fan of having any continuations to that original film. Like he's just not he wanted it to be a one-off. That's it. No more movies after that. And Halloween Kills, what it does is it builds upon his original movie. It shows you like the real ending to Halloween 1978 and how it continues into the new film. So with all of that in mind, I feel like he would hate this one, but it's his favorite. It's his favorite of the whole new trilogy. So maybe he's kind of over the whole anthology of horror or jukebox of horror thing. I mean, maybe he's kind of just like, Halloween is just going to go on forever now for some reason. So let's run it. Let's see. Let's see what else they can do. So I think me personally, what I think he likes about it is the fact that it's Michael killing people in super vicious ways. Maybe the most vicious we've ever seen the character. So I imagine that's maybe why it's his favorite. But it is interesting. It's not what I would have expected. I would have expected him to say, like, honestly, Halloween 2018 would be his favorite. So I'm kind of blown away. I'm like, okay, interesting. But Halloween Kills, man, it's a banger. I really enjoy it. I really like that one. I get the criticisms, but it's fun to me. I really enjoy it. Sometimes you just need fun, mindless slasher, and that's all that's all that one is trying to be, with some other really cool stuff to it too. Honestly, there's an argument to be made that Halloween Kills is the best one of the new trilogy, especially for the flashback scene. So I get it. I trust me, I get it. Isabella, what's up, dog? How's it going? How are you? I'm fantastic. How are you? Saying if you could choose one or more of the core four to die in Scream 7, who would it be and why? That's really tough because I feel like there's two schools of thoughts with the core four, and depending on their storylines, it's really going to say, it's really going to tell who should die, who should live. I feel like one of the Carpenter sisters should die, and I feel like maybe one of the Meeks Martin twin members should die. And I say that because I feel like this is going to be marketed as the final chapter. Who knows if that's going to be the case or not. I just feel like it always works. It always works to put butts in seats. And to say that this is the final chapter of one of the biggest slasher franchises ever, that's going to pull some people, man. Even if it's not good, which God forbid, but you never know. Even if it's bad, I'm sure they'll market it that way. And let's say it is good, though. Let's say it's fantastic. I feel like one of the Carpenter sisters should probably go, maybe sacrifice herself at the end to save the other, whoever it ends up being. Probably Sam, let's be honest. I feel like Sam should die. And I love Sam, great character, but I think it would be just really emotional to kill this character, especially right at the end, to save Tara. Because I mean, think about all the issues they've had together in 5 and 6. Like in 5, she's like, I'm so sorry. Like I fucked up. I was, I went out and I freaked out when I found out I was Billy Loomis's daughter, and I tried to put every drug in my body. That whole spiel. She's a tragic hero, is how I see Sam Carpenter. That's how I feel like they're setting her up. And I just feel like if they give her this glorious happy ending, I'm going to be a little disappointed. I don't think that's how they're writing the character right now. There's so many little character beats about her that would be like just perfect in the making of a tragic hero who sacrifices herself to save everybody else. So if I had to choose one of the core 4 members to die, I feel like it's got to be Sam. And once again, it's not because I so many people hear me say, "Oh, I want Gale to die. I want Sam to die. Oh, he must hate these characters." No, some arcs don't end happy, and that's okay. It's a movie. it's a movie. Some things, like themes, for instance, dominate how a character's path should end up going. At least in my opinion. So I think Sam should die to save everybody if that's what the story calls for. If that comes out of nowhere and it sucks, well, yeah. But I feel like it could work depending on what story they end up trying to tell. But I also just feel like there's a lot of safe characters. Like we have 4 characters besides the legacy characters that are basically considered safe. And I don't know if I'm into that. I feel like one of them should have died in Scream 6, if I'm being real. So one of them's got to go, man. One of them's got to go for the next one. At least one. So I don't know. That's just my take. I love Melissa Barrera, though. She's awesome. I think she's fantastic, but I think her character's got to die to save everybody else. Would be cool. Bobby's made it in, dog. What's up? How's it going? What the fuck is up, my dude? Chillin', Bobby. Chillin', killing. The huge. Thanks for being here, Bobby. Appreciate you, man. Jonathan is saying that both the sisters should live, but either Mindy or Chad gets killed. Here's the thing. I see a lot of people say like Mindy should die, but if I'm being real, I think Mindy is the character I'm maybe invested in the least. So if you want that impact, if you want that emotional aspect to it, like when Randy dies in Scream 2, it hits. It hits because it's like, oh man, he was really funny in the first one, and he just scathed past death in the first movie. And I don't feel like we're there with Mindy yet. I don't see, I see a lot of people saying we should kill her, and I just don't feel like that would really, really do much yet. I don't think she's there with her arc. Like maybe in 7, if she becomes really likable and relatable, I just feel like she's not there yet. She's getting there, but we kind of did the same thing with her. I just feel like the writers don't know what to do with Mindy. Like they decided not to really give her an arc in the last film. The more I watch 6, that's a new complaint I have about the film. I just don't feel like they really did anything with Mindy, and she could have done more. I feel like she could have done more, especially if there was, I don't know. I want more from Mindy. I want to see more. I don't know. I don't like. Sometimes she's not silly. Sometimes she's just she's literally just yelling the rules at you, and I'm like, some of that is just, it just doesn't work for me. So I want to see that emotional connection with Mindy first before we kill a character. It's just going to hit harder. If you're going to kill any returning character, have it be someone where it's going to be upsetting. I would rather have Chad die, because it would be more just oh my God, not Chad. He's so nice. He's so cool. Fuck. Honestly, if I had to pick 2 of the core 4 members, I think it would be Sam and Chad, because that would be the most emotional. And think about Tara and Chad's relationship too. Could you see how devastating would that be for Tara? Oh my God. It'd be awful. If both Chad and Sam died. Oh my God. You want to talk about emotion? There you go. I can see that working really well. That's what she said is ranking the new Halloween movies, 2018 Kills and Ends. That's how I rank them. If I had to rank the new 3. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. What if they what if they kill Tara, Chad, and Mindy? Just kill all of them. Do something real upsetting. I always need a why. I always need a why with these things, you know? I feel like Sam sacrificing herself just makes sense. I feel like she's on this tragic character arc right now. Mindy, I just don't see why she would die unless for shock value. Chad, it would be just really upsetting, and same with Tara. But I don't know. I'm really on the fence. I'm just excited to see what they end up doing. Killing Tara would also be very emotional. I think especially for Sam. You know, you could make her a tragic hero that fucks up, tries to save her sister and doesn't do it. Oh, fuck, that would suck. That would be upsetting. I just like a good tragedy. You know, that's my thing. Maybe I'm sick and twisted in the head, but I like seeing horror movies end with with tragedy. They're scarier that way, you know? But I will say, you know, with Scream 6, if it ended with Chad dying and, you know, pulling out his body and all that and Tara's crying, and then you have the Demi Lovato song, Still Alive, it's like, okay. What's with this juxtaposition? You know, that doesn't always work. So I don't know. I need a why. I always need a why with these things for who gets killed. As Yet Entitled is saying, the amount of stabs Chad has received at this point, he's invincible as Michael Myers. You can't kill him anyways. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Ghostface should just leave him alone in the next movie. Just accept the fact you can't kill him. Here's the thing too about Chad. If they do end up killing him, they got to do something elaborate. You can't just give me one stab at this point with Chad, you know? It's got to be a beheading, you know? And how funny would that be too if he does get his head cut off? And then in the previous film, he's literally talking about like, oh, beheadings. You know, that's like a whole bit with him. And then to bring that back for 7, that'd be really funny. And dark and upsetting, but funny. You could be dark and upsetting and a little funny. That's okay. But I would accept that. I'd be like, okay, yeah. You know, Chad got stabbed in every vital organ, but he didn't get his head cut off. I'll take it. I'd be all right with that. Jonathan is saying, what would you think if it was revealed that Danny is the killer in 7? That's honestly who I thought it was before I saw the film. I was like, it's probably Danny and I think Dermot Mulroney is who I said. I said maybe those two. The more I watch 6, the more I'm like, I just wish it was like a father and a daughter. Like, I just wish it was like Dermot Mulroney and Quinn. Like, those were the two killers. Danny and Ethan are your red herrings. And it ends up being them. I'm actually okay with the fake out thing. Like, I actually feel like that was cool in 6, even though it is kind of just the Roman thing again. But I didn't mind the way that they did it. Honestly, that was the one part of the reveal that I didn't guess before the end credits. I was like, man, Ethan's too sus. I don't know. I don't know. The reveal just wasn't good. But I do think that Danny could have been utilized for something. I don't even really get the red herring vibes from him that much in the film. And I just wish, he's so understanding, right? He's so nice. He's so understanding. They should have killed him. Like, you want to, like, man, I don't know. Horror is supposed to elicit tragedy no matter however you frame it. Like, you can have something so tragic happen that is like the goofiest thing you've ever seen, but you can also have something super tragic happen. Think Hereditary, where it's like the most earth-shattering, fucked up thing you've ever seen. Just because I want a character to die doesn't necessarily mean I want this movie to be a depressing, dark, oh my God, my soul is withered after watching this film. No, I just feel like Danny, I don't know what point he served in the film. He was just this guy that was inhumanly understanding with Sam. I think he should have died. I think have this character who is so wholesome and nice get eviscerated by the two ghost faces opposed to Chad. Have Chad get stabbed because, you know, they were trying to write him out of the third act. But just don't get that execution sequence with somebody, you know, get a good kill in that back half. But I think he would have been a good killer too. What would his motive have been? I don't know. I mean, where do you go from there? What do you do with his motive? I'm curious. Curious what that ends up being. Villain Killing Dylan is joining in. What's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in. Scream Fan is asking, have I watched Totally Killer in Prime? I have. I did a little review for my second channel, so go check it out. Quinn, yeah, Quinn is in it. Yeah, Liana Liberado's in that one. She's also in this movie. I want to say it's called like, oh my God, what's the name of that? It's this really interesting alien movie though that she's in. I'm gonna look it up. I don't care. I don't care that I'm on a live stream. Liana Liberato. What a cool name. Sounds like a superhero name. The Beach House. I recommend this one. It's weird, but I enjoy it. It's a weird one. It's not. I'm not saying this is a perfect movie or anything, but if you haven't seen The Beach House, I recommend it. That's she has a starring role in that. I think she's really good in it. A really solid movie. I really enjoyed it. But I want to see more from Liana Liberato, man. I really liked her in everything I've seen her in. She was a big standout in Totally Killer, in my opinion. Had some funny moments. You look so different with your glasses off. Love that Febreze. Oh fuck, where's the Febreze? Oh, can you see? Oh my God, you can see it in the reflection. Whoa, that's weird. That's super creepy. I gotta stop wearing the glasses. Oh my God. Y'all should not be able to see my shit. That's weird. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just not gonna read any more comments. All right, let's pull up a comment, ladies and gentlemen. Words. Anyways, Danny and Chad need to die in Scream 7. Danny for sure, man. What's the point? What is the point of Danny living through that last film? I want to see him die. I want blood. I want Ghostface to kill some people in this next one. What if Scream 7 takes place in the snow and Ghostface dons a white robe and red mask? Red and white? I don't know. Maybe. What about like an inverted Ghostface where it's like a white robe and a black mask? I've seen that. I've seen some cosplays of that. That's actually kind of fucking sick. I feel like the white robe would be cool. Don't get me wrong. But against the snow, the black would be so like, so popping. You know, it would like just pop out immediately. You'd be like, whoa, oh my God, look at that. That's scary shit. But the white would be cool too. You would blend in a little more. But I don't know. I just feel like that black robe against like snow and like it getting covered in snow too. Like that would be that'd be freaky. I would love to see that. Ghostface in the snow, man. It's got to happen. We got to see it happen at some point. Danny was a treat for the eyes. That's what he was doing. You're right. You're so right. Hopefully they develop his character more in 7. I mean, but I just feel like we have a lot of characters to develop. We got a lot of characters that still need more character work. I want to see some people die. Gelato is saying I want to see Ghostface wield a big old axe. Big old double-sided axe, maybe. Like someone's cutting down some logs out in a wintry forest. They leave the axe in a big stump. They go do something else. They come back. Where's my axe? And then it goes right in their face or something. I'm into it. Gelato. I dig it. Turns out Jake is Superman. I take the glasses off. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's him. That's still so funny to me. Clark Kent just wears glasses and no one recognizes him. Funny shit. The black robe would be jarring against the snow? I disagree. I think it would pop. Like you wouldn't be able to miss Ghostface. Be like, whoa. Oh my God. Makes him look scarier than he is. The Beach House it's on Hulu? Hell yeah. Check it out. It's a good one. Kind of a monster movie? Like, kind of? I don't know. Scott Walker is saying I went to my local costume shop on Monday. Got a Scream mask. Looks very similar to Scream 1 or the 5 mask. Love it. It was scary, and I'm definitely wearing it for Halloween. Hell yeah. I got the Scream 6 mask and the robe from 1. So I don't know if that would work or not, but I'm like, oh, that might be fun. Might be fun to put those two things together. Would be cool. But run it, Scott. Get yourself a cool Halloween costume. I still don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween. I'm doing a stream on this page on Halloween probably. Don't know what I'm going to do. Not sure. I want to dress up as something, but it's got to be something where I can talk. You know, I can have a mask on. So I'm like, I'm trying to think what to do. I want some kind of makeup, you know? I was thinking Vlack because that would just be like really weird and funny. But I don't know. We're figuring it out. Figuring it out, dog. Edge is saying I want Salma Hayek as Christina Carpenter and her as a ghost face. Salma Hayek, man, that'd be a pricey Scream movie. Tell you what, she's a big star. she's a big old star. So, but you never know, man. I mean, they pull some crazy people for some of these horror movies sometimes. So I'd be into it. I just, man, the mom though, we want to do like a Roman 2.0. I don't know. I want to see some. I just want a new motive. I just want something where I want something where when I'm watching it, I'm not thinking to myself, "This is just Scream 3. This is just Scream 4. This is just Scream 2." I really want to watch something where I'm like genuinely being like, "Whoa, this is different." Like Scream 5 to me really did that the first time I watched it. I was like, "Oh, see, that's thought provoking." We have like crazed fans who are upset with the requel, who want to change it, and I'm like, okay. Like that works for me. That's very fitting for a requel movie. Some people have said that's too close to what they did with Scream 4, but I don't know. I feel like they did it in a different way because of how like modern it was. There's different things talked about. You know, every Scream film I think is going to have some similarities. Like no matter what, you can't get around it. You're always going to have you're always gonna have a murder mystery. You're always gonna have a ghost face being revealed in some way, shape, or form. But I don't know. I really like what they ended up doing with Screams 4 and 5. Fun stuff. They're different enough for me. Wood chipper, if we get a goofy run-in ghost face, that would be wild. A wood chipper? Holy shit. Damn. Throw someone in there, get some blood spraying out the back. That'd be fun. Eric Cartman is saying, if you were an actor, what movie would you star in? I would love to be in some weird horror movies, man. I just, that's all I want to do. I would, anything, like any weird horror movie, man. I'd be so down for it. God, I want to talk about what we're working on right now, but it's weird. Oh, it's weird and it's fun. Soon you'll see. You will see. I am going to act in this next thing too. That's what I will say. I won't say to what capacity, but I'm excited for you guys to see it. We're working on it relentlessly. Getting the script ready to go. Getting the funding together. Wrestling God is saying, hey, Jake, I got a great question for you. Which Scream character would you like to do an origin TV series on? Here are the options. 1, Stu, Roman, Vince, Mickey, Richie, Sam, or Jill. From this list, maybe Mickey. I feel like Mickey's like really, really underdeveloped. Like just doesn't have enough screen time, in my opinion. Mickey was a serial killer before the events of 2. You know, I'd be down to see what else he was up to. Might be weird to call that Scream, though. You know, I imagine Mickey wasn't wearing the Ghostface robe and mask before all that. It would just kind of be like a weird, like little serial killer thing. Maybe if you did like a Scream, like What If series where like every episode kind of touches on some part of the lore that's underdeveloped or maybe needs more to it. You could just do a whole thing where it's like what a story with Mickey from the past as like a pocket story where he's killing a bunch of people, but not in the Ghostface robe. And then he gets the call or the message from Mrs. Loomis online or whatever. I don't know. That could be fun. Stu, I would love to see some backstory on too, because I feel like I don't think he's underdeveloped. I feel like he's just perfectly developed to the point of a little like this mild ambiguity about the character that I kind of like, honestly. So I don't really know if we need that story spelled out or explored, but because I like that. I like that about his character. Why is he doing it? You know, is he telling the truth when he says peer pressure, or is there more to it than just that? I don't know if I want that answered or not, but maybe if there's something you can add to it, that could be cool. Sam, I don't know. Richie, maybe he's killed some other people. I could see that. Vince, I just don't care about Vince that much. Jill, I just don't know if she would have killed anybody else, because she's doing it for a reason. You know, she's got a big old reason to be killing people when she does. And I also feel like Charlie does the majority of the kills in Scream 4. So I don't know if I need more from any of the other characters there, but just my thoughts. Gelato, I agree. We need usage of different types of weapons other than just a knife in Scream 7. I appreciated that about Scream 6 a lot. You know, it wasn't just knife kill after knife kill after knife kill. They just get boring, you know? I mean, you can only do so much with one knife. I like that we killed somebody with a ladder. We killed somebody with a shotgun. There was so many different kills. We got 2 ghost faces killing one person at the same time. That's pretty fucking sick. I really liked what Scream 6 was able to do with the formula and just subverting expectations. It was so much fun. It was just such a fun movie. It's like, I've always wanted to see this in Scream. This is great. So I agree with Scream 7. Get some more environmental kills, just like how we did with the last one. Maybe even some crazier weapons too. Ghostface with a chainsaw. Ghostface with a double-sided axe. Ghostface with a machete. You know, have some callbacks to other killers. Why not? I'm into it. I'm into it, man. Edge, dude, I am so with you here. I want the Scream 7 motive to be because I wanted to, similar to The Strangers. And you know what's interesting about that, Edge, is we have 3, count them, 1, 2, 3, chapters 1, 2, and 3 of The Strangers coming out next year. What if we have a little commentary there about The Strangers? Comes out the same year? I don't know. Just some thoughts. That'd be fun. Have the motive be because just because you were home. Because I felt like it. Yeah, let's run that back. Let's see what that looks like. That's not exclusive to The Strangers. You know, a Ghostface could have that motive. I'm so into that. I would, because, you know, like we always have this third act, right, where Ghostface goes on this like entire tangent about why they're doing what they're doing. What if we reduced that down to a single line of dialogue? Like that, to me, that's fucking terrifying, you know? The Strangers, having them say only like one thing really the whole movie, that makes them so much scarier. It's like, oh my God, they're so much more mysterious and fucked up, man. I love it. I want some more of that. I want some more of like just like trying to figure out who and Evil Connor has a point. The twist is the best part. There still is a twist though. You're still like trying to figure out who it is the whole time. We're just simplifying it. We're keeping it simple. We're going back to basics. Just looking for a character to be the killer. Maybe you're looking for multiple people too, and it's only one person. It's one person with no motive. They just wanted to do it. And that's what makes them so hard to spot, because every other Ghostface has a motive that connects to every other person. Maybe that's something that gets brought up in Scream 7. Maybe they talk about like, well, you know, the killer is always like a relative or this or that. Let's do the research. And they do research and they're like, there's no one else. It can't be anybody else. And then you find out, bam, this is it. Some guy who noticed, you know, who's been paying attention to all the other Ghostface killers over the last, 20 plus years or so, maybe 30, I guess at this point, almost. And then it's just like, shit, I have this in now. I can just be a Ghostface and no one will spot me. Ooh, spooky. I think that, I don't know, personally, I think that could be fun. Don't do it in the same way as The Strangers, where it's like, he says the exact same thing. Why are you doing this? Because you were home. And like, they're not home. They're at a whole different setting. It's like, what? Don't do it in the same way as The Strangers. You know, you got to make it your own, of course. But the twist of like, this is just a psychopath. Like, ooh, I like that. To me, that's better than just repeating a twist from the past too. I keep picking up this shark because I used it for the video today, and I can't stop playing with it. That is what my OCD brain just being like, this is a cool shark. I gotta keep playing with this thing. Holy shit, look at that. Okay, there we go. I've been told that coconut shirts, by the way, means that you're a swinger. So I really gotta like not wear this shirt anymore. Nope, no judgment to swingers. I'm just saying, you know, if you put a certain vibe out there, people have expectations. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Not the vibes I'm trying to put out. CJ is with us. Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? Hi, y'all. Like, not sure if anyone's going to respond. Hello, CJ. Hello. Welcome in. I'm only going to be live for like another minute, but hey, thanks for being here, dog. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. When Scream 7 comes out next year, or the year after, you're going to be in the Scream mask and the robe to the movie? Hell yeah. That's going to be sick, man. Run it. I almost did with Scream 6, but I chickened out. Also, a good friend of the channel's Flash Skywalker sent me a badass hoodie, which I don't wear it because it's so cool. And like, I don't want to ruin it. It's Chad's hoodie from the movie, which is fucking sweet. Like it says Blackmore University on it. Like I don't wear it because it's too cool. I'm like, this is like, oh, hang on. Show and tell time. Time for show and tell, ladies and gentlemen. So I got it like right here somewhere, right? Yeah. Oh. Here we go. Look at that shit. Blackmore University, baby. I like seriously, Flash, if you're watching this on replay or whatever, this is like the coolest shit ever. I can't wear it. Like, it's too cool. I'm like, this is too special to me. I just love it so much. Love it. I'm gonna put that somewhere else. There we go. Oh, good shit. Hope you have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping in, Bobby. Appreciate you. Been a blast talking. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. What if Ghostface kills Santa in Scream 7? Then no one's getting presents, Dawson. No one. Absolutely no one is. Shit, that would suck. Do we finally get some news today? No. Not a whole lot of horror news going around either. Kind of a slow news week so far, ladies and gentlemen. Feel like I'm gonna regret saying that tomorrow when we get like 100 stories, but crazy stuff. Well, final notes for Scream 7 is I'm excited for the film still. You know, really nothing has been confirmed. And unfortunately, we're kind of just still in this waiting period where we're just waiting for the SAG strike to be over. Hopefully they're able to, you know, strike some sort of deal, man. Shit's been going on for too long. God damn. I just feel bad for all these people who are still striking. Like, it's like, I just want it to be over for them. I want them to have this good deal, you know. I'm trying to. I wish there was more I could do. I really do. I'm in buttfuck nowhere, Ohio, though, so like can't really go on the picket lines. Have to fly a couple hours to get somewhere. But final thoughts. I'm excited for Scream 7. I want some news. I want something. I want this strike to be over so we can finally talk about casting. I want to see the movie next year, but also we might have to wait till 2025. So I'm sad. I guess I'm sad as a Scream fan right now, but I can't complain either. Ladies and gentlemen, we got, and TJ Sanders is saying we got Chucky tomorrow night. There you go. Something to look forward to. If you're watching that new show, there you go. Good shit. I do appreciate you all for hanging out and vibing tonight. It's always a blast. Thank you all so much for chilling. And I don't know, you know what I'll leave you with? Go watch your favorite Scream movie again. What's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? Watch it, come back, give me a new take, a new insight on it. There you go. That's your homework, ladies and gentlemen, for the next Scream Talk. I will be live again, maybe tomorrow, but what I will say is on the 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, I will have director, producer, writer, Michael Levy. Wow, his name slipped my mind. His name slipped my mind. Michael Levy will be on the page talking a little bit about Stream and Terrifier 3. So if that's something you're interested in, come join us then. I will be live again probably this week at some point, not sure when, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be at Scarefest. So come hang out, come say hey if you're gonna be there. As always, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.